7 individuals in 2 firms face manslaughter and other charges over the deadly Wang Fuk Court fire. Civil Service Chief Ingrid Yeung meet public servants groups to discuss salary hikes, with the Junior Police Officers Association voicing dissatisfaction with the proposal. And the U.S. military retaliates against Iran after an Apache helicopter was shot down. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Evelyn Bai. Hong Kong police and the anti-graft watchdog have charged 7 individuals in 2 companies with 25 offences, including manslaughter, fraud conspiracy, money laundering and tax evasion, over last November's Wang Fuk Court fire that killed 168 people. Quentin Yeung has more.
The defendants appeared at West Kowloon Magistrates Court on charges filed separately by police and the Independent Commission Against Corruption, after their investigation into the deadly typo fire zeroed in on the $336 million renovation project then underway at the estate. Those charged include consultancy firm Willpower Architects, main contractor Prestige Construction and Engineering, their directors, and a registered inspector overseeing the works. Prestige Director Gordon Ho, Willpower Director Wang Hap-in, Inspector Wilson Ng, and both firms each face 5 manslaughter counts over the 168 deaths, with victims' names disclosed in court for the first time. One faces 12 additional charges, including 3 of conspiracy to defraud. Prosecutors alleged he, Ho, and Prestige Director Hao Wa-king hid Prestige's litigation history and inflated its tender score to secure the project as the sole preferred bidder among 57. He is also accused of colluding with Ng and businessman Hong Kuo-wai to mislead authorities. Ng allegedly claimed involvement in 86 inspection projects, but did no work, collecting $15,000 monthly for signing documents. Wang further faces charges of defrauding the Urban Renewal Authority with false reports, along with money laundering and tax evasion. Other defendants face offenses including perverting the course of justice. The cases were adjourned to September 2nd. 5 defendants were remanded, while 2 were granted $500,000 bail. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
Civil Service Secretary Ingrid Yeung has reaffirmed the value of the annual pay trend survey as a key reference for determining civil servants' pay adjustments, even though this year's final uniform 2% increase fell short of the survey indicators. Cheryl Yun reports.
Several civil service union representatives have held meetings with the Civil Service Bureau to discuss the pay rise, with Junior Police Officers Association Chairman Leung Chen-kit expressing dissatisfaction, saying the increase deviates from the established adjustment mechanism. Taking to the airwaves, Yeung said the adjustment, endorsed by the Executive Council, affirms the contributions of civil servants while taking into account Hong Kong's overall fiscal position, development needs, and external risks. She stressed that the pay trend survey findings remain an important reference. The net indicator gives us a very useful reference on private market salary movements across different grades, she noted. We don't want to simply pick a number out of thin air, which would be even less scientific and groundless. Yeung added that civil service positions remain attractive and does not expect the adjustment to significantly undermine their competitiveness. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
American warplanes pounded Iranian air defense sites along the country's southern coast overnight in a retaliatory strike ordered by President Donald Trump after Iran downed a U.S. helicopter over the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran responded by launching missiles and drones at U.S. bases across the Gulf. Quentin Yang reports.
Explosions were reported on Qasem Island and in the port city of Bandar Abbas as U.S. Air Force and Navy jets struck Iranian radar installations, ground control stations, and air defense systems. U.S. Central Command described the operation as a proportional response to Iran's downing of an American Apache helicopter patrolling the Gulf of Oman late Monday. In a social media post, Trump accused Iran of destroying the highly sophisticated aircraft and said the U.S. must of necessity respond. Both pilots were rescued unharmed by U.S. Navy drone boats, but the president pledged a forceful reply. Within hours, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps retaliated, firing at least 4 ballistic missiles and deploying attack drones against U.S. military positions across the Gulf. In Bahrain, air raid sirens sounded as Iran claimed it struck the U.S. Fifth Fleet headquarters. Kuwaiti air defenses intercepted incoming aerial threats, while in Jordan, Iranian long-range missiles hit El Azraq Air Base, reportedly targeting hangars housing F-35 jets. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi warned that no attack would go unanswered, posting satellite imagery of the Strait of Hormuz, labeled Forever the Persian Gulf. He asserted the waterway is shared by Iran and Oman, not international waters, and urged foreign forces to leave our region if we want to be safe. Quentin Ya, Cable News.
A 61-year-old worker at a construction site in Mongkok suddenly collapsed while working and died after being sent to hospital for rescue efforts. The incident occurred at a newly completed residential building on King Long Street. Around noon, the worker was standing on a ladder at a workstation on the 3rd floor when he suddenly collapsed and fell, injuring his jaw and losing consciousness. He was taken to Queen Elizabeth Hospital but was pronounced dead upon arrival. Police are treating the incident as an industrial accident. The victim reportedly had a pre-existing medical condition. Customs officers uncovered a smuggling case involving a cross-boundary truck with suspected snuck goods worth about $10 million. During the operation, Customs recovered 3,700 weight loss injection pens, 1,800 beauty injection pens, 37,000 suspected pharmaceutical products, and 270 kilograms of dried fish maul, with a total market value of about $10 million. The implicated truck had departed via the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridgeport last Thursday. Customs inspection reviewed a batch of cargo not listed on the shipping manifest hidden deep within the container. A 39-year-old Chinese male driver was arrested and granted bail pending investigation. Secretary for Transport and Logistics Mabel Chen said Hong Kong has the capacity to manage a doubling of the daily quota for mainland motorists to drive to the city under the expanded southbound travel scheme now covering 9 mainland cities. Following inspections over the past period, Chen expressed confidence that border checkpoints as well as local parking and charging facilities have sufficient capacity. As the southbound travel for Guangdong vehicle scheme is set to double its daily quotas to 200 and cover 5 more Greater Bay Area cities, namely Shenzhen, Foshan, Dongguan, Huizhou, and Zhaoqing. Chen said the airport authority will simultaneously expand its park and fly service to motorists from those cities, who are expected to enter Hong Kong from July 25th. Drivers from Guangzhou, Zhuhai, Jiangmen, and Zhongshan are currently eligible. The minister revealed that a new park and visit car park will also commence shortly. 2 weeks after opening, the airport's Terminal 2 has welcomed 15 launch carriers, with every first batch airline now moved in and ready to handle 20,000 passengers daily. Transport Minister Mabel Chen praised the smooth operations, while passengers rave about its speed and facilities. Bess Leung tells us more.
Hong Kong Express, the last of the first wave carriers, relocated its check-in counters to the departure hall at Terminal 2 today. Check-in can be done via the self-check-in kiosks or traditional counters. The new terminal and facilities are getting big thumbs up from passengers.
In the Terminal 1 is quite crowded, and then here in Terminal 2 is much less crowded. So I think I found it pretty fast to, get into the check-in.
I found this very modern and very easy to follow, especially as being British, it was just easy to navigate myself here. So I thought it was really good.
Transport Chief Mabel Chen inspected the reopened terminal, saying all its facilities are fully prepared, bringing convenience to travelers. Opened since May 27th, Terminal 2 has welcomed Hong Kong Airlines, Greater Bay Airlines, Air Asia, Vietjet Air, Bangkok Airways, among other budget and short-haul operators. Best Learn Cable News.
A global study co-led by the Chinese University of Hong Kong revealed that the third-generation targeted therapy enables over half of advanced lung cancer patients to remain alive without disease progression for 7 years or longer. Researchers discovered that in patients with advanced ALK-positive non-small cell lung cancer who did not receive prior treatment, 55% of those using the third-generation drug lorlatinib as their primary treatment showed no disease progression after 7 years, while only 3% of those on crizotinib, the first-generation drug, had the same results. The drug also effectively penetrates the blood-brain barrier, nearly preventing brain cancer spread. Side effects like high cholesterol and weight gain can be managed by adjusting dosage without compromising effectiveness, prompting researchers to believe the fatal disease could transform into a manageable chronic condition, just like diabetes and hypertension. Anti-immigration protests erupted in Northern Ireland after a Sudanese man seeking asylum was charged with attempted murder over a knife attack. Authorities have appealed for calm after far-right demonstrators set houses and vehicles alight. Cheryl Yun reports.
Hundreds of masked protesters rampaged through immigrant communities in East Belfast, torching homes, cars and barricades in a night of widespread violence. Firefighters rescued several immigrant families from burning buildings, leaving some residents traumatized and homeless. Northern Ireland leaders have condemned the unrest, while police urged people not to be provoked by inflammatory online content. The disorder stemmed from Monday night stabbing in North Belfast, where a 30-year-old Sudanese man allegedly attacked a 40-year-old local man with a kitchen knife. Witnesses said the suspect tried to slit the victim's throat before passersby intervened and subdued him. The victim remains hospitalized with serious injuries. The suspect, who arrived on a 5-year visa in September 2023 and had no prior criminal record, has been charged with attempted murder. Police said the incident was not terror-related. Video footage of the attack spread rapidly online and was shared by far-right figures, including U.S. billionaire Elon Musk, who posted that only Restore Britain can save Britain. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day down 157 points. Top active stocks of the day. Tracker Fund was down 16 cents. Tencent was up $12.40. SMIC was down $2.65. Xiaomi was down 88 cents. SpaceX has attracted more than $250 billion in investor demand for its initial public offering, more than 3 times its funding target, setting the Elon Musk-led rocket company on course for the largest ever IPO, according to Reuters. Citing sources, Reuters reported that the deal's oversubscription rate is running at 3.5 to 4 times the planned offering size, which bankers and investors said is the latest sign of strong demand. Banks leading the IPO said allocations to the institutional portion of the offering will be concentrated with large long-only investment management firms. The company is offering 555.6 million shares at a take-it-or-leave-it price of $135 apiece, which is expected to raise about $75 billion. Final pricing will be fixed on Thursday, ahead of its market debut on Nasdaq on Friday. Citing regulatory and compliance concerns, SpaceX has barred investors in mainland and Hong Kong from taking part in the IPO. Onto the weather now. Mainly cloudy with 1 or 2 showers. Bright periods during the day tomorrow. Temperatures will range between 25 and 29 degrees. That's all news tonight. I'm Evelyn Bai. Thank you for watching. Good night.